Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui est vous paye presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué. T'as mon bien de moi avec moi au Nde. En somme à plus. Mon moi bâti au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon mounier. Ça va bien faire moi dit toi. abela loke yo kago so adulo hey awaye ati oro a ìyàwó abela loke yo níbi tó jọba yìí níbi tó nọba máa ti sì mọ̀ pé yo mọ́nàjà jíjí wọ́n pè jamais forcé o si tu connais. L'animateur Choco Nosca Yassin de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. We want to thank all of you again for tuning in this evening. Thank you. It's a wonderful, wonderful Friday afternoon. We're happy to be here with you again on this wonderful Friday afternoon. Those of you that don't have anywhere to go or somehow you're home, please tune into Liberian Public Radio. We ask you to also see if you can share this as much as you can. Share with as many people as you can, because it is through you that people get to watch us, and we want them to watch us in huge amount of numbers. So thank you. We ask you to please share this video. Share it with as many people as you can. Call friends that Samson told the Liberals on, and so that we will be able to have some serious conversation. Thank you for joining us. We say we appreciate it. We thank you very much. So tonight, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again. As we come on air again tonight to face our brothers and sisters, we ask you to give us wisdom. We ask you to guide our thoughts. We ask you, whatever jealousy strain of mind that is on us, please take it out of our mind tonight, because we want to speak the truth. We ask you, my Lord, that whatever we say, let it don't be of jealousy, envious, or whatever. We ask you, my Lord, to guide us as we speak again tonight, because only through you, those of us believe in you. It is because of you we are here. And so when we come in this public manner, we will not be ashamed of telling you thank you. That we are alive because of you. We say thank you. And as we come here again, my Lord, tonight, to open our mouths to our brothers and sisters, we ask you to guide our thoughts. If anything's in our mind that have to do with envy, jealousy, or disrespect, please take it out of our mind. We ask you, as we will speak things that we believe to be truth, we ask you, my Lord, to back us up. It is very important to many of us. It's very important when we come in this public matter to talk about national issue, that first we reference you. Because if we speak, we want to make sure that we are speaking with truth and sincerity. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. We want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to do these things. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for the Republic of Liberia. Thank you for President Wakai. Thank you for the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom. Bless them abundantly, because you have the power to do so. I'm not going to ask men to bless Liberia or Republic of Liberia. No, I come to you and ask you to bless the Republic of Liberia. Bless the people of the Republic of Liberia, because you, only you that have that power. I'm not going to go ask Joe Biden to bless Republic of Liberia. He doesn't have that power. Only you. And so we come to you without shame or no reservation to say thank you. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Because of you, we are here. Thank you. Thank you, my Lord, for the opportunity you give all of us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Tonight's program is it's going to be a little bit rocky here tonight. In the interest of fairness and in the interest of sincerity and what have you, let me just say here, on this platform, Liberian Public Radio, I'm one of those who wholeheartedly supported the presidencies of President Joseph Boakai, because I believe truly that he has the ability, he has the will within him to make sure Liberia move forward. And so we did not hesitate. We didn't do it because of anything else other than we believe he has the ability to lead. He doesn't even know me. Many of those people that are in Unity Party, they don't even know that I exist. If you call my name, they won't even know. Samson who? That's the first question. So they don't know me. I don't know them. Only one or two that I know. So I'm not in it. I didn't get involved because I was expecting something or anything like that. Nothing. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. I just want a country that I can leave from here, go to Monrovia, 2-3 days in Monrovia, go to Toll Town. That's all I want. Go to Toll Town, talk with my people, have fun, go to Taiwan, except the Thai is dry now, but go to Taiwan. From there, the next thing I want to do is go all the way to Montpellier. Once I can do those things, I'm happy. There's nothing that I'm in this thing here for that. The reason why we want a president, we are out, because he did not provide those opportunities. Of course, he provided opportunities for me to travel all over Liberia. There's nothing, no harm. Under his leadership, there was no harm expected to come to anybody. So I'm not worried about that. But the policy was not enough to move other Liberians forward. And so we were successful. We sat on this platform, argue with our brothers and sisters. We argue with our colleagues on this platform. We argue, vehemently disagree on issues. We even went as far as disqualifying other Liberians. Those that were in the race, we disqualified them. Not only did we disqualify them, we believe they have nothing to offer. We say President Boakai, Ambassador Boakai, only Ambassador Boakai. We told the Liberian people that we were here. People were called in, the like of Breakable, the like of Ambrose, the like of Aaron Bloppe, the like of Walter Carter, all called. And I sit here. I said, nobody will push the liberal from his view. This is the man, and he is the man. I believe that. And God knows that I believe that. And therefore, God was able to come to my aid to make sure President Boakai becomes president of the Republic of Liberia. There's nothing, no two-way street around it. However, the same way we stay on the platform, we preach and pray and ask God to help Ambassador Baka to become president. We did that. We will use this same platform starting tonight. If anything is not right in my mind, what I see is not in the interest of, I will say so. When I go to Liberia, y'all came in total. Like that woman say in for your Broad Street. My own for your total. We will be truthful. We will be truthful. We will be truthful. And we're not going to hide ourselves. Why is it? Why am I saying these things here tonight? It's not because I hate certain individual. No. If anybody, for example, Prince Johnson killed my brother. So if I want justice, Liberian provide for me to go through that justice process. So I'm not going to say I hate. I'm not God. Only God determine who hates and who. I don't do no hate business. I put my own with God. And everybody, every time like brother, I say put one but my own. No, on a very serious note, I don't hate anybody. Prince Johnson killed my brother, so I'm not. But that's between him and his God. If Liberians feel that Prince Johnson need to be punished, they will find means. So it has nothing to do with hate. Now, quite recently, President Baka, having had the opportunity to be sworn in, decided to use the constitutional mandate by the Liberian Constitution. There was a letter to him. Fine. He can do that, which is good. He have to, which is good. Okay? So he did that. He was allowed, according to the Constitution now, that is, he was able to appoint people. Give me a minute here. He was able to appoint people, make some real appointment in the government, people who supposed to help him carry out the function of the government, which he has the right to do based on the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia as a chief executive of the executive, and also, how do you call it? He's also the chief of everything. Okay, Liberia, he's the chief. Okay, so we have no qualm with how he does his business. That's fine. We trust him. We believe in him. So we're not questioning anything. However, we have the responsibility, the same way we thought we had a responsibility to come on a platform and disagree with many of our brothers and sisters on policy issues. We said, President, we did not have the ability to lead based on policy. We always specified that. We never deviate from that. And so President Baka started making some appointments lately. So he made a few appointments, and I'll read them to you here. Councillor Juro Core Bagler, Minister of Youth, Sport. Councillor Kopor W. Kula, Minister of Justice. That I'm going to be talking about. The rest, another person that I'm going to be talking about is Roland Gavins, Minister of Public Works, because that's in my area. So I have to talk about that. But let's talk about Justice Minister Destiny. He has not been confirmed, that's for sure. Okay. So we're still waiting. Liberian will have to talk about it through that with their representative. So that's fine with me. But let's go ahead. Let me go through this thing. The minister, Justice Minister Destiny, it's a stunt fool. First of all, it is embarrassing. It shows to me And I'm saying it again. Listen to me, and y'all can go. I did the same thing with President Weah. Y'all can go back, and y'all will come back to this video. Y'all listen. President Bakai, they are getting ready to put it in a bubble. These people, but here's the funny thing here this time around. Those who are trying, and most likely they will be successful if President Bakai doesn't push back. Most likely they will be successful. These are our own brothers and sisters, got nothing to do with Concord, Kanka, whatever you call them. These are our brothers and sisters. Some of whom grew up in the village. They are getting ready to put President Bakai in a bubble, where Liberians will not be able to reach him, where he will only be able to see Liberia from behind the tinted glass. They're getting ready. They are getting ready. They are getting ready. But here's the thing here. For me, Samson Toll, engineer here in California, working for the state. Hey, I can open my door right now. I call my son. I said, please open the refrigerator. You see, look, you see my stomach? I can sour lee and palm butter. So no, seriously, I'm not rich. I'm hoping to be rich very soon. I hope to be rich. God will bless me, and God continue to bless me. But God have given me the knowledge and the ability every day to go to work and make money. So I'm not saying I need to go to work in Monrovia in order for me to make living. I'm not one of those who's seeking jobs in the government in order to make living. Far from it. And in fact, let me go as far and say some tabata right now. Okay, and most likely I'm going to put my own foot in my mouth here again before I go accusing sedition. But let me just say this: there are many Liberians also that are seeking position, not because they want to enrich themselves, but because they want to contribute to the upliftment of our brothers and sisters. What is the definition of education? As far as I'm concerned, you can get 500 degrees as long your degree is on, you're unable to apply those degrees to lift up your fellow men. Your education is nothing. Funny. Interestingly, this afternoon, I was in the office with my Congolese buddy. So we were talking. I started putting the work that I'm doing up north. I'm still dealing with the environmental. So I said, well, Robert, he said, yeah. I said, come to think about it. That's all we do here as engineers. Finding solution to problems. He said, Mr. Tosh, you just recognize it? I said, yeah. So environmental people, they have issues. They don't want us to fill their stream with dirt. We want to build a road up, but they want me to find a solution. Build a road to the standard, but don't fill their debt. And the solution between not filling the debt but building is on me. That is the definition of education. I don't have to have PhD, but as long as God gave me the mindset to be able to find solution in the engineering profession, the work that I'm giving, they say, Samson, here is the bridge. Put a road on here. Fix this road. Widen this road. Make sure the speed that people driving, it must be safe. Nobody should die on your road. Samson, to find a solution. That is the definition of education. You can get PhD, you can get WWD, as long as you are unable to provide for your fellow men, to benefit from what you have learned. You are now an educated person, according to me. Let me leave that one side. So President Baka appointed a few people. One of them is Givings, and I'll come to Giving later. So they appointed this Councillor Kopo Kula. And quite recently, a few months back, Councillor Kula was serving in George Weah administration. He got fired because they said he attended Unity Party meeting, and therefore they're not going to have him. But let's go left. So I decided, I did the list. I copied the name, I put it on Google, and when you do that, everything comes up. A bad or good comes up. So let's see what they say about Councillor Kula. Councillor Kula Kopo has some serious issue, according to a report that I've been reading lately. Okay. The Minister of Post and Telecommunication, Kopo Kula, holds shares in company actively mining and logging in Liberia. There's an extensive report that has been done that he's illegally part of the illegal mining and logging business in Liberia, according to what I've been reading. Have they really vet this person? Do they even have a vetting committee? President Wakai, oh man, some of us stretch our vein. You don't know me. I'm from Town, Brangida County. The Crampio even vote for you. A few Crampio, maybe about what, 30 or 40 people Crampio voted for you. So you got no reason to even listen to who Samson to it. But I believe in you. Do you have a vetting committee? Or are we going to go back into the same thing? Friends and relatives, is that what is coming to? I'm saying to you, President Walker, if these people put you in a bubble, you will not be able to achieve anything. For you, it doesn't matter. And I'll be frank with you. I'll be truthful with you tonight. Your age, whether you're successful in a position or not, it doesn't matter. It's like a notch. Let me put the thing down. Let me go back to Town a little bit. Because I think this is the language the like of President Baka will understand. Because he's a countryman just like myself. Let me go back. Those days when we were growing up, you used to have what they call LPR. Slingshot, but I won't even call it sling. I say LPR. The rubber stuff, you hold the stick like this, and you put your rubber here, and you go like that to chunk the boy. Boom, you kill one boy. Then you mark. You put one mark on. And sometimes some of the kids that are so good, their shot don't miss bird. When you look at their stick, it got mark all over it. That's how many birds they have killed. So, President Baka, for you, this position most likely doesn't mean anything to you. It doesn't mean anything to you. You're here to help us out, and we appreciate it. Whether you fail or not, it is a notch on one of your last PA. So right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But let's look at it from a critical position. Because your age, who's going to say you're going to you win re-election and that's it? So you vice the people from 40 years of experience, vice president, president of the Republic of Liberia. What more you want? What more you want? So do you really need this position? Do you really need to do well to succeed? I don't think so. Your name is already in the book of history. Well, President Wakai, this is not you. You have always, as far as all the things that I know about you, you have always put Liberia ahead of everything else. Okay? You always put Liberia above everything else. So there's in the same vein that you come to this position. Put a group of Liberians together to vet people who you want to put in this position. Look at the Stanford that happened about. The other young man going to be just a minister. I'm just a minister again. What is that? With what's going on right now, this is my other prediction. John Molu will not even have space in your government. They will block you from John Molu. John Molu will not have space. They will not allow him because John Molu is coming to clean. They don't want that cleaning. The way I see things, let me go on. So Kula, according to the story, Kula, have 5% of share in Universal Forestry Corporation. Okay, so according to them, as a minister, you're supposed to do some sort of diversity or something like that. Okay, have somebody else to take over your company, what have you. Never did. So they had some mining. He was involved, his company, and based the fact that he's part of that. So according to the story, he was involved in this illegal mining and logging. These are the same problems we had during Taylor time. The illegal logging. People were taking Liberian logs, and then go out to sell. This man you're making just a minister. The man you're asking to be just a minister. How did that happen? Let me go on. I'm just giving an example of some of the bad things that's been written about this guy here. But let's go. President Baka, we will be on this platform. Liberia is our home. So for me at this age to be afraid, only God knows what will happen to me. No one and no man. So I'm not afraid, but I'm very respectful. I will be respectful to you because you're old enough to be my father. And why Samson Toe would not be respectful to his father Brown Toe, the late Brown Toe, the man who used to carry me around, show me things, talk to me. Why would I not be respectful to him? Same thing. I have to be respectful to you. You're old enough to be my father. I will not disrespect you. And even if I try, God will not allow it. So let me go. So they say, according to paper, there was this report said there was this guy that was okay. There was this guy. Okay, there was another one, Jeremiah. I think his name was Jeremiah, wasn't it, guys? But anyway, he was a Unity Party, one of the Unity Party lawyers that that President Baka had in mind. But according to the story, I got to go to that story. I know it's open. I got to go to that. I can't just leave it like that. Okay. I got to go to the story. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. This is very interesting. Okay. Jonathan Massaquoi, his name, was all yesterday, all over the place. Out of a second, he had a meeting with Jeremiah Cone and Prince Johnson. And then they decided. This is the man they want from their party. Good. Because you sign up for it. You ask them for their support. And it's a politics. Politics are about interest. I have no question. Fine. If this is the man Prince Johnson Jeremiah Cone wants, that's fine. But have you done any kinds of due diligence about this man? That is the question. I'm not concerned about his character. I'm not concerned about his qualification. That's up to you. Have you done? You need to push back to the like of Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cone. If they're going to push you around this alley, you need to push back. You can't push back and say, no, I don't want that man. No. Say, I have a vetting team. Go through them. Let the vetting team recommend to me who they have. Send the name to the man. Open it up. There are many Liberians just as qualified as Councillor Cooper. Open it up. Open it up. Minister of Justice, yeah, maybe you don't have to have application, whatever. I don't know what's, but let the group take it from your head. Put it in the hands of trusted Liberians. Those who have the interest of the Republic. President Baka, we'll come and repeat ourselves. If you start like this, no different will be from President George Weah. I don't have to come on this show and talk about Liberia. I can come on this show and talk about football because I can play football. I can come on this show and talk about dancing because I can dance. You see, I can dance. I can come on the show and talk about eating because I can eat. I can cook. I don't have to come and talk about Liberia. On Spoon, there's a guy in Liberia right now, Conan Gray. He said yesterday, He said, when I drove the street, when I saw in the street of Monrovia, it's too chaotic. Nothing seemed to be working. Why? Because there was no system. The system, and as he was talking, I was telling myself, because I made a video when I was there, I said they have a system. But the system to you and myself, the system is chaotic because that's not what we used to. They have a system. If you're in Monrovia, there will be the taxi driver and the keke come like this, almost hitting each other. They will not hit. Sometimes they do, but most of the time, if you're weak, you don't go through. You're strong, you go through. That's how they drive. So they have a system. But if you live from here, the system looks chaotic. One thing. So another thing here, he said again, and he said it again today, that President Baka is not in control of this government. What did they put Samuel Tuai? What did they put? Not Samuel Tuai, Amos Tuai, the guy who was denigrating John Molu here. They took him and put him to LPNC or whatever they call it. President Baka. It doesn't take much for the thing to slip away from you, man. But everything that goes wrong, it is you. Everything that will go wrong, it will be you. You have struggled so long. Madam Salipo had thumped on you for 12 years. And that's what the vice president is. You're not supposed to move. After that, you say you wanted to be president when she was leaving. Usually, in any politics, any government all over the world, they support their second in command. But for some reason that we don't know about up to this point, I don't know what the deal is between you and former President Salih. She refused to publicly support you after serving her for 12 years. You are not a bitter man. You are not a vindictive person. You didn't care. You came back and fought hard. You convinced us. You convinced the young people to support you. They did in massive, massive form. You saw people walking in a ring. President Wakai, people were walking in a ring to go to your rally. We saw that. And nowadays, you can do all that thing total. I'll be able to see you here in Sacramento. They didn't do that for you, for Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun to tell you, say, this is a man we want. That was not the deal with the Liberian people. But then you say, Mr. Toh, I was elected. The Constitution mandate that I pick whoever that I want. Fair deal. We're on board with you. We're on board with you. But you cannot and you must not allow these people, because once they find out that they can push you around, Prince Johnson, this is what he did. And many of you Liberian, maybe you don't remember, but during the war, he went to the barracks and told Doe, well, we got to combine and see what we do with Taylor, because this is not right. And Doe told the people in the barracks, hey, soldier, anybody that messed with Prince Johnson, you'll have to deal with me. He went. I think he visited the barrack twice. And at the end, when he got to his base, he told us on the video, I fool him, I will get him. He told us on the video, I fool him. He think I'm with him, but he will get him my trap. Because I finish fooling him now. I jap him. He used the word japping. I jap him. That the same Prince Johnson, he hasn't changed. That the same. I'm not telling you to stay away from Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson was elected by people from Nima County. Who am I to say that the Nima people make mistakes? That's not my problem. That's not my area. But I'm saying to you, this is not Nima County. We're talking the Republic of Liberia. We've been arguing here in the last 2-3 days about the war crime court. And if you go through that process, one of the person Prince Johnson killed was having to be my brother. So definitely, of course, I would like for Prince Johnson to explain to me. But let me say there's something else from the other side of my mouth. Prince Johnson did not get up one morning, enjoying himself in the barracks, and say, I'm going to go start war and start killing people. It wasn't like that. Prince Johnson got involved because of certain aspect where he believed he has to defend the people, and he joined in. So I'm not here to say Prince Johnson did. No. Why did Prince Johnson do that? Prince Johnson need to come and explain to the Liberian people through this process. But here's what's happening now. According to many speculation all over the social media, that Prince Johnson is in fight, him and Jeremiah Kuhn. You heard what Jeremiah Kuhn told us here, that they were putting babies in the well, that they were selling baby, Nimali's baby. We got the video here. And they're going to start this early. Bamboo coming devour cola. You think we here can support bamboo coming devour cola? Bamboo coming to devour cola. Your start. What kind of business is this? The man, President Baka, will all say, oh, he's the man. He's going to rescue us. He's going to rescue us. He got involved. He's in the process of rescuing us. You're going to start this early? Well, watch. Nothing. This is a social media day. You can't do anything like that people don't see here. That's okay. We'll watch it. President Baka, for me, I predicted this long time. I predicted a long time. I knew exactly what's coming. But I supported you because I believe in you. And I hope that I'm not going to sit on this table to eat crow because of my support for you. Because of my support for you. I believe in you. First, I believe in God. And because of my belief in God, I believe in you because God has put you in charge of Liberia to rescue us. Let the war crime court come and let Liberians. Let the war crime court come and let Liberians decide what position, what form that it's going to take. The justice ministry position, I'm not a lawyer to say I'm fighting for something, whoever it is. But I thought, Ambassador Bakai, I was under the impression, my old man, my father Bakai, I was under the impression that you're coming not only to rescue, but to clean and to reestablish Liberia's standing in terms of respectability in the world. And I thought that in order to do that, perhaps the like of Councillor Gonglo, the broom, will be able to be put in the justice ministry. Not someone who also already have a tainted record, according to what I've just been reading. The person who was involved, according to what I've been reading, illegal mining and illegal logging of Liberian forests, according to what I've been reading. It's in the paper. Unless you, Ambassador Baka, and your people can say those things has been investigated and there's no finding. The findings say nothing there. But I have not seen it. I have not seen a contrary report to this. So basically, this is who Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kuhn say, this is who we want, and that's the person you decide to go with. That's okay. That's okay. Yes, this thing here about the life. If this man has serious problem, he might pass the Senate. He got confirmation here. I'm sure there will be some senator that will bring it up. The light is there. He's going to bring these things up. And maybe the man will be able to explain perfectly, and that will be fine. But the issue is, why do we have to go through that? So I'm just saying to you, the reason why I'm bringing this up seriously is the involvement of Prince Johnson. So that means what we've been hearing, that Prince Johnson is making a list, perhaps it's true. But I'm not going to pass that judgment now. we will be here to defend you and defend the policy that you're going to put in place. President Buckeye, whatever it is, we will be here to defend you and defend your policy, as long as those policies are in the interest of the Liberian people. But for us to start on this footing, we will not back anything wrong. We will be respectful. We will disagree with you respectfully. Not will I be on this platform and allow anybody to disrespect you. If anybody call anyone that call on the platform and try to be disrespectful to you, they will get me to contend with. So I know that. I have no fear about that. But here's the thing here. If we're going to start this early, who is advising you? You want to tell me that these people that are advising you, are they afraid of Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cone? That they can't stand their ground? I don't know what the whole detail. I'm just asking. Because from what I'm reading, that these two gentlemen were able to convince you to pick their man because he's a member of their party. So if that's the case, let me know. If your appointment is based solely and not merit, if based solely on party, someone say I can go join Prince Johnson party if they don't care me by that time. Because I'm from Grand Gita County, Accra, man. So maybe if I join their party, they will take care of me like he took care of my brother. Okay? So maybe. But this is not what, like many of us. And then people say, Mr. Soto, it's so soon. Yes, I agree with you. It's very soon. But look what happened. Look at this. Ambassador Baka is being bamboozled by Prince Johnson. And what I'm reading, if it is true, Dennis, he's been bamboozled by Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cone. And we will talk about that. It is too soon. I agree with you. It's too soon. But we have to stand up now. We can't wait. We have to let them know that all of us, the country belongs to all of us, and that we must do everything possible for Ambassador Baka to be successful. Think about it. Liberian diaspora. You think who in a place don't want to go home? Every one of us, you give anybody opportunity right in that country, you clear the street, and the street is drivable freely, you will be surprised the amount of Liberian people that will be going home every week. Every week. Heat or no heat, people will find means. And this is what we're talking about. If they men didn't have a tainted record, I have no question. Let me go on to the next person. The next one in line of my conversation here tonight, and we'll come back to this. The next one in line is called Roland Givens. And let's see who Roland Givens is, folks. Roland Givens. Please put it in your, I hope it's the same Roland Givens, because I did some little look around here today, and I thought that was the same Roland Givens they're talking about. Okay. So let me put his name back in again. Maybe something else will come up. Let me put it in there. Maybe something else will pop up, and they will say. Then I would say, if something else come out that I'm where I thought it was, I would say I eat crow. You think I got time to say I don't see you. If there's something, Giddings, Roland Giddings. Roland, I believe it's the one that said Lafayette Giddings. Yeah, that would be him. Okay. Roland Giddings. Okay. He used to, come on. Okay. He used to be Minister of Public, Deputy Minister of Public Work. By the way, he was sent to Minister of Public Work right now. So he's at public work right now as Minister of Public Work. But I'm saying before, okay. So he was sent by Kennedy to be Deputy Public Work Minister for Administration. And so when he was there, interesting story about that. Okay, what I do know. So when he was over there in the days of Madame Saliv administration, he went in. At first, he was with this project development group at the executive mansion on President Saliv. He was there with his buddy. I want. I want if I want to call your knee again tonight, you say something to you probably that my knee you on the whole time. Eh? Yeah. Begin. We're here. We're here. We're here. We'll be on your knee. Okay. So he's how do you call it? He was at that place with his buddy. Okay. Judy Moore. So when Judy Moore was sent to Minister of Public Work as Minister proper, this guy went with him. You guys, they are not engineers, but they are good managers. Don't get me wrong. Anybody can be a public work minister because you're there to manage. But if you have no idea of engineering, what can you do? When you read when you read all about him, it's about money, things he does with money, and everything else. He managed money. Okay? But he has no clue. He's not an engineer. You know what Judy Moore said one time? Judy Moore told us publicly the reason why he loved concrete road. And let me just tell you, you're not an engineer, you're alive when you hear me say that. He loved concrete road, specifically in Liberia, because the piers and the columns of bridges, they stay in the water. And the more they stay in the water, the better they become. And saying Liberia has 6 months of rainy season. If they put the road down, the road will always be better. That's a flawed argument. He has no clue the design makes of a concrete columns sitting in the water, and the road makes design. They mixing of the concrete, the rock, the cement, the sand, the water, all of the mix. There are certain mix that you have to put together. You have to calculate. And the road is not like a bridge. The columns, they take point low. Okay, if you do a movement and share diagram, you find that those columns then take point low. That not point low you take on the road. I don't want to go to engineering, but that's besides the point. But this is the man now. They brought back at the Minister of Public Work. What will he do over there? Does he understand the code functionality of different code, building code, international building code? He can read. But reading it and understanding and having experience in it, there's two different things. It's an accounting. You brought an accounting to run a Minister of Public Work, and you say, Ambassador Baka, President Baka, you say in 100 days, you will not have no car get stuck, and you have Samson told you making fool out of himself. Oh yeah, 100 days the sun will be shining, no car. Yes, and you come to bring accounting, give us accounting. The person have no clue. The weight problem, the roads in Liberia are facing. He has no clue. How much, what's the space of a right of way? You asking right now, what is the right of way in Liberia on a public way? He has no clue. He can't tell you. These are the people we're facing again. We're in it. It's too soon, Mr. Toll. Yes, it's too soon, I would say. But if you bring these kinds of people, then Samson Toll will not sit down. I support you. I'm with you. But if something like this happens, I will speak up. Yes, the same man, Honor President Salif, they have a role. Now, you see, when y'all do these kinds of stuff, then y'all put me back into my shell. I'm now going to go dig up all of my video that I did on President Salif. When Gavin was a minister, when he was a minister, deputy minister for rural development, they built these bridges. You know how thick those bridges? One of them failed. They built these bridges. You know how thick it was? 4 inches. Not only that, the road to the bridge. I beg you, when you're building a road, when you're building a bridge, and you're going to put a curve in the bridge then going to take the form of super elevation. Oh no, this guy, they build a bridge, and they put curve in it, flat. You put in a curve. Look at my hand. If I put, what happened here? If I go like this, what happened? And you can see this side? Okay, look at it. You can't see it, but let me turn. And you can see now? They made it flat. Not only that, the road I show you that one time in Fishtown. They built a bridge. Under this guy, the same minister of public works that you're giving us now, they built a bridge. Okay? So they gave us 12 foot, 24. And okay, maybe 28, 26, 27, 28. Let's say 28. Okay? I'll give them that. But the road you drive on is 12 feet. 12 feet. That's the standard. Now, before they used to have the yellow stripe, it used to be 4 inches wide. Now, many state and many federal government, including Ashton, they are now making it 6 inches wide. Okay, but I'm not going to worry about that 6 inches. So they take this bridge, they have a shoulder where you're supposed to park your car, and still you got a 12 foot. They have a shoulder of 4 feet. They have another shoulder of 4 feet. In Fishtown, because I was there. Here's what they did with the bridge. Okay, think about this. Let me see if you will be able to see the boat tonight. All right, I will do it another time. You can't see it. Okay, so let me take my time. Let me bring calculator here. Let me take my time. Go over with you. So a row. Okay. So you got one car going, the other car coming. The car going, they tell you from the yellow stripe to the white line, they call it a fog line because that's where your light's supposed to hit at night. From the yellow line in the middle to this fog line, they say it's 12 feet. From the fog line to the edge of pavement, it's 4 feet. So what do we have? We have 16. 16 on this side. So you have total of what? 32. So they take the bridge, okay? These people did honor this guy, this same minister that you coming to give us here, and you want me to be quiet. They take the bridge, they build a bridge. So they put sidewalk on the bridge. That one there, I'm touching it. But they make the sidewalk 6 feet. So remember now, the fog line from this center yellow line to the fog line is 12 feet. From the fog line to the edge of pavement, edge of the bridge pavement is supposed to be 4 feet. Now he's adding 2 feet. So instead of having 12, now you got 10 foot. You're completely out of standard. 10 foot to that bridge area. 10 foot on the side, 20 feet. So they took 2 feet away from the road itself, took another 2 feet. Not only that, when you do the bridge building in this place, in an area, what they call approach, that means your car approaching. They got approach, and when you finish the bridge, they call it departure. So when you are approaching the bridge, usually you're supposed to have K-rail, you're supposed to have a guardrail so that you don't hit the bridge railing. So you hit the guardrail, and the guardrail will put you back. But in Fishtown, no guardrail. Not only do they not have no guardrail, they build a sidewalk, and usually your sidewalk is supposed to be at least 6 inches high from the street level. And the reason is simple, so that the person who park on their car, when they open the door, they can just step on the sidewalk. But most of the sidewalk, the sidewalk in Monroe, they're about 6, 7, 8 inches. So when you open your car door hit the curb. You can't get out until you park in. These are the people that you're going to put back in, and you want me to be quiet? You're in my area. That one there, you will eat it until Alfonso and LPR, they kick me off of the platform. You will eat it until they kick me out. So I'm not talking money basically. So they make the bridge sidewalk 8 inches high. Not only that, usually on this side, when Samson Toll is involved, you take the bridge, but as you're getting in, you curve it in. So, for example, this car that coming, because the bridge coming like this, curve in. So if I hit it, I will not climb and flip over. If I hit it like that, because it's curved in, so most likely, before I hit the middle to go up, my tire will start riding like that. It will push me back on the road. But they call it like this, shoop in Liberia. In Fishtown, they call it like this, shoop. And they have 8 inches high. Honor this minister that is coming as public work minister. These people, President Wagai, thank you. We will be here. We will be here. This young man, he's a very young man. It's very smart. Even Judy Moore, they're very smart, very, very intelligent. But they have no engineering capability, none. Judy Moore stood over there, and when he went to, that was my first time seeing somebody going to the Capitol to testify, and was so smart that he was using his cell phone to explain to the people because he had everything written down. But when they came to why, they asked him, why are we having concrete road? He said, because concrete love water. God in heaven. And I don't remember that, but God in heaven, God knows. Because I'm an engineer, I follow it. And I've been hounding him the whole time. I see one time to come on my show. He said, I'm coming there. He can't, Judy Moore cannot come here and say that didn't happen. He can't do that. He can't do that. I bet you're right, because my sister knows him very well. My sister probably saying something to leave this guy. No, because these are unbelievable. These are things that they need to stop. You're leaving Liberian engineers, civil engineers, structural engineers, people who have the ability to do engineering work and understand engineering. You're leaving them behind and putting accounting at the public work ministry. The person who doesn't understand the lean weight, the person who doesn't understand the crossover, the person who doesn't understand the lean shifting, he doesn't understand that. How is he going to lead? How is he going to lead? Just by policy? Policy, that's fine. Here in California, the Caltrans director right now, he started as an engineer. So right now, if I were to go and face him, when he asked me question, he asking me question based on California Black Book. Mr. Toll, if I go for an exception, if I say I want an exception, you will ask me question based on design standard, because he has done that. What has giving, what design knowledge giving has that you're going to put into public work? We're starting all over. The mess is starting all over. You put giving, you brought giving in on the cluster. We started complaining. Engineers in Liberia, you refuse, President Baka, you refuse to meet with Liberian Engineers Society. They would have told you that. But we still support you. It's still early. It's still early. But this is the area that some of us have spent our lifetime almost. I'm over here getting other people stay. I stay after I finish doing my tabata, I go home back to work. Because I have to give those things tomorrow to the environmental. Because Monday morning they're going to have a serious meeting with the, what you call agency, which is the North Coast Agency. And the North Coast Agency, they don't play around. They want to make sure you protect the snake. And I don't like snake business. They want to make sure you protect the frog. They want to make sure you protect the waterway, the fish in there, because they say the fish up there, if the fish pass through your bridge construction and they start bounding, you can't protect it. Why if they go crazy? They go up there and start eating their own baby. What kind of fish coming back down here for people to enjoy fishing? That's future. And you're coming to bring somebody an accounting to be a head of engineering department of the country, and you say you will be able to fix the road. And when the people ask you, President Waka, you say roll. But instead of bringing engineers in there to help you with the roll, you brought an accounting. Because why? He was with you guys during early time. Look at it. Think about it. When this guy and Judy Moore were minister of public works, when this guy, what did they produce? What exactly did they produce? You're going to tell us. What did he produce? These are the same young people when you're brought. After you left, they left the country. They refused to go back until now found time for job. Now they start swinging back. There are engineers in Liberia that use a bridge engineer here in this country. Bridge engineer making decent money. They left to go help. You're leaving them behind and you're bringing this man on. Let him. I bet you if I call you, you will not even pick up my call. But this time around, I got nothing to be afraid of. I will go after them, especially this engineer. I got people, I got connection. Every little contract that comes in, I will get my hand on it. And here's what I'm going to do. Like I told you guys yesterday, I'm going to talk to the LPR management to see if they will allow me to have a special show, because I have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And by the way, I'm sitting in tonight for Mr. So. I forgot to tell you. I know you've heard of him, but who cares? Yeah, man, Mr. So. People can really get to me. You leave engineer behind. You take an accounting. Yeah, you can take an accounting to be part of the public work ministry. But you're taking to be in charge of technical area of the country. What does he understand? Does he really understand how to build bridge? The bridges that need to be built? Does he know that? And he's going to fill the ministry with social cronies, his friends. You who don't know anything about engineer, you're supposed to go and beg some of these older engineers to come and help you. He will not do that. He will not do that. He will not do that. You're leaving behind a seasoned engineer. You're leaving behind seasoned engineer and bringing back young people from early days at the Ministry of Education Public Works that they absolutely nothing because they don't understand the engineering principle. Absolutely nothing they did. Those are the people. They call him Roland Gavin. I just Google him. And if it's who I'm talking about, Roland L. Giddings, Deputy Minister for Administration, Minister of Public Works, Rural and Development during early time, responsible to coordinate and deliver strategic program priority defined by President Sally those days. That's the same person now you're bringing back. You have young Liberian engineers. Go overseas, go to Australia, get your master's degree. Go overseas, go to China, got your master's degree. Go to Ghana, got your master's degree in civil engineering. Go to America, you people want master, got your master's degree in civil engineering. You can't call those people. You're going to give us Giddings? You're going to give us Giddings? Unless Giddings can prove me wrong, I will continue to be on that. The rest of the people are there, okay? The rest of the people are there, and my own Amos Tour, they say him managing director, LPR-TV. That's the same man that was here to talk on Spoon, to talk tabata about John Monroe. You and John Monroe not equal because he knew very well that he was going to push himself in this kind of business. And they will not allow John Monroe. You know, this is, and I will say this here. This is the issue that I have with Stanton Witherspoon, who having to be like a son as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't know me. He don't even talk to me. But I have high respect for him. The issue that he have about going to prison, I pray every day that he doesn't see prison, like he doesn't go to prison. And I hope the American government will be able to understand that if you take this young man out, the corrupt behavior, here's what they're going to do. Some of them are praying that he goes to prison. Because if he goes to prison, by the time he comes back from prison, they will shut the door with Ambassador Baka completely. He will have no access. Even if he had access, it will be limited. It will be limited. And then they will now start their technical of stealing. Their fingers going to go all over the place stealing. But we will be here. We will hold them responsible as well. This is something that just started. This is something that just started. And we will be here. We will be here. I supported Ambassador Baka, and I'm glad that he was successful. I'm still happy that he is successful. I'm still happy that he was elected, and I'm happy that he's my president. He will do better. He will do better. And we will make sure we will hold them. All the other people they're talking financing and whatever, foreign minister. No. I'm talking public work. Look at the road. Look at your road in Monrovia. Get in a car. The only time you move around freely in Monrovia is on Sunday, not even Saturday. Why? Are we animals that we are not able to control our traffic? And you can't bring a gate in here? The men who serve on duty more, and they both of them, they're about the same age group. Don't get me wrong. They're about the same age group, but they have no knowledge. They're very smart, highly educated, but they are not engineers. And they cannot run a department of technical departments such as Liberian Public Works. We have to do with engineering business. They cannot run it effectively without understanding the principle of engineering. That is my argument. You don't have to be a civil engineer, but you have to have some knowledge of engineering. You have to. Why you put him there? What's the reason? What is he going to achieve? What will he bring on the table now that him and his buddy Jody Moore didn't bring on the table some 10, 15 years ago? What? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, folks, let me go ahead and open the line. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I talk about two things here. Let me put my president picture up before I can take the call or whatever. You know, this is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, this is our president, President Baka, duly elected. He didn't come through the back door. Duly elected, our president, our father, and we will do everything we can to make sure that he's successful. But when he starts making these kinds of appointments, we're not doing so. We're not disagreeing with him because we're disrespecting him. We disagree with him because we respect him. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead. Please allow me to sit down. And, oh, Jesus. Look. Let me just say this. I'm not taking no call from CDC people tonight. If any CDC call me, I will not take your call. I will not take your call. Okay, Samson told Liberian Public Radio. Let me sit down. And I want to thank you all. We appreciate it. But let's go ahead and have fun. I'm going to be opening. I'm just kidding. Anybody can call me. If you have any question or whatever, call me. Give me a call and let's have the conversation. But first, let me connect. These things have to stop. These things have to stop. We bash President Weah. We say all kinds of things about President Weah, strictly based on policy, remember that. And now you're going to give us these kinds of things? Minister of Justice? Because Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cohn wants that? And then you're going to put Giddings, a Minister of Public Works, living engineers, people who still work in engineering based in Liberia, people who are helping Liberians building Liberia right now. When was the last time Giddings did any kind of engineering work in Liberia? Okay. We on it. We on it. We on it. Let me go ahead and connect. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. All right. So let's go. Your way. Yeah. The people some of the people that have now called me in months, they all calling now. I mean the team on here. I even put the what you might call on there here. Your way. Here we go. You gotta wait. You gotta call by. Okay. All right. Again, folks, Samson to Liberia Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again. It's a very serious business. It's a very serious business. And this in terms of engineering, I'm not taking backseat to nobody. Specifically roadway, I'm not taking backseat to nobody. Nobody. If you call yourself man, you know how to do road engineering, civil engineering, roadway, come here. I can't debate me. I will squash you. Samson To say. You think I hear the country prisoner? Samson To. Give me a call, 916-533-2048. And let's hear what you have to say. Let me call this young man who's been calling me. Let me call him. Now, let's see what he has to say. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you've been calling. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening, Mr. To. How you doing?
Thank you. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
You know my name. My name is Aaron Bob.
Okay.
Did I get?
I said, okay, now.
My name is Aaron Bob. I'm calling from
No,
Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't want any of y'all calling me tonight. That's a problem. But go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
You know why, Mr. To? With all due respect, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're my big brother, all of that. Let me be frank with you. But
thank you.
You know, y'all saw us this man, and now you know this man was going to do all these things that he's doing right now. Every one of you knew that President Waka was bringing back the same people that were in the UP government. Some of them that didn't even serve the government right. The same man who came on radio and said when they went to a cabinet meeting or all PowerPoint presentation, all these people, these are the same people he bringing back. And you guys were telling us that this man got experience, he's the rescue father, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. I mean, let's forget about Roland Giddens, right? Let's talk about the nepotism the man engaged in this early. How can you appoint your son to maritime?
You are in me, barometer. Good night.
No, but let me finish.
No,
let me finish. President, we are done that.
President, we are the I man. So don't forget it.
President, we are done that. President, we are done that. Go. You're going to be running all over this country with that. But all over this country, you're going to be running.
What a man playing his son.
Yeah, his son. Oh, you're playing nephew.
Okay.
I mean,
thank you.
I mean, are you guys really serious?
Aaron, my phone giving me a heart attack. Can't even hear you. Thank you. Call me tomorrow or call me Monday morning. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. Thank you. Folks, I know Sidisha ain't going to be calling me tonight. And but we're ready for it. We're ready for it. As long as we're truthful, if we see something that will not happen, when we say it. It doesn't matter how many times. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining me. What's on your plate?
Well, you already hitting all the main points that is already going on in the country. My concern is obvious also as well. It have to do with the guy that was on Spoon Talk today, which is the chairman for the Unity Party, Reverend Tappe.
You're right.
Yeah, I think it's discouraging, to be honest, at the early time that all of these things are happening together, you know. Even though I hope and pray and know and believe that God did not choose Ambassador Boka for nothing. I believe
Right.
that he have a reason why God chose him this time over uh, um, um, President Weah and Mr. Cummings. I
Right.
believe he's the best man for the job. But there are few things that need to be dealt with, and I'm hoping that he will deal with it as soon as possible. All right. I was hoping also.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead before we bring in
Leave
Cooper.
Mr. Tony.
Yeah, hold on, Cooper. Hold on. Go
I
ahead.
was
Go ahead, Terry.
I
Finish,
was
and I'll bring
hoping
in Cooper.
I was hoping that the first name that would have been on that list would have been John Malu.
But he's not done yet. John
I
Malu was
know, I know, but your priority is corruption. So
yes.
everything should go in line with what you want, what you know the Liberian people want you to do. You understand? Especially all in your speech. That's why I don't give credence to fancy speeches, because politicians know how to talk, especially the educated ones. You know, they know how to put fancy speeches. Even Monday, you're gonna hear some strange things he's gonna say also as well. But the implementation is what we're looking for. We're not looking for fancy how you talk, blah blah blah. All those kind of thing is good. You will say those things and all that, but the implementation, like you said, you know, about the guy. So the guy was on there, and most of the thing he was talking, you know, it put him in a very compromised position.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why I begin to notice that but you can take your caller. I will go forward
Okay.
as we speak.
All
Yeah,
right.
take your caller.
Let me take this caller. Cooper, go ahead.
James, they will not cooper.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Doe, thank you for the topic.
Hello?
Hey,
Are you
Mr.
with
Doe,
us?
are you getting me?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I said the topic that brought all this evening is very important. Because the reason why we lettered the woman to do the right thing. If Joseph Boakai really willing to deliver Liberia, or is he going back to the old days? Because the Central Senator, the Prince Johnson, dictating to Joseph Boakai to appoint a justice minister. So what will the American be looking at tomorrow? Are we going back to the same thing that the American is getting a position on that of the past government official? So if you're not willing, they better getting it to be very frank. They had a thing, they said the thing that you don't know is older than you. Let him come and say it, because I've not seen any leadership in the team yet. He placing people, he misplacing people into position. He misplacing people into position. We look at even look. There are a lot of things, and we don't want to undress the devil in the way that address the devil. We don't want to undress the devil. But to me, although it's still early, but let him do the right thing. If you're not able, I don't think Ambassador Boakai, even listen to John Balu, then because the people that surrounded Ambassador Boakai, I don't think considering listen to John Balu then, because the standard that was set is not what they are going by. What kind of government will appoint another justice minister? Policy thing that can't say, what kind of irresponsible government is that? So to me, I don't say that Copper Croix, you know, I don't mind because of Copper Croix. We're looking at the council Gongro then, because these are people with good character in the country. Why you say down there, it's a Prince Johnson, a Central Center, getting a dictating to you, being a poster on a newspaper, then you going by a comment, getting appointing a justice minister according to a will. I don't think it's fair to the country. So that means we are going by him Costa processes, because him Costa processes are the same. He said that when you say old man presumptive, he getting it to read and say. That's what they are trying to do. They won't use the age because you will not have control over the government.
We have seen it from the beginning. He would not have control of the government. So I just called to make it
Okay.
because that's very important. You can't have the career people getting a so look at even the woman for a budget of the Ministry of Finance. The woman been there for Ellington since 2014. And y'all said I want to do different things. So y'all still appointed the same woman asking for this. So there's no competent Liberian in our country again that can hold that position. You want me to make it different? Thank you, Mr. So.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Jerry, the way I see it, it's like, and I predict on this year, if President Baka continues this line, he will give Costa a legs to come back strong.
Yeah.
It will not be easy.
Yeah, and that is why I also.
And here's the thing, because by the time Costa is trying to pick a position, if Stanton Wollaston was to go into jail,
thank you.
Costa will come.
You got it now.
There would be no, because I'm not going to stay on this platform to insult anybody. I'm not going to bring anybody to insult anybody. But Costa will come and run with it. Those who are going to remain on Spoon, they will not have the connection. They will not have the ability to truly counterbalance Costa.
Yeah,
and that then will give them a serious problem. So, right. Ambassador Baka, this is very bad. If Liberians start crying right now, President Baka will not have, because CDC, you all let to put your foot in your mouth. But let me say this on a very serious note. If CDC just be quiet and just stay quiet for now, Ambassador Baka, the way they're going, they will deliver themselves to the serious propagandists.
Right.
There is no question asked.
Yes.
You know, but I think we who fought hard on this platform and day in, day out, continue to express ourselves, our support. I think if we see these things that are perhaps you're not satisfied, not that they are wrong, but you are not satisfied with, be truthful and come out and speak truth, what you believe to be. Because eventually they will see that, oh, maybe this is not the right thing. Look at Samuel Twe after saying all the derogatory thing about John Monu the other day. Look at him here. Amos Twe, managing director, LPR.
Yeah, those are some of the things. You see, Libra, Marcel, I was shocked when I heard that announcement. I was very surprised because, first of all, Amos Twe is immature to that position. I don't think that is the right position for him. I think that position should have been given to somebody with balance and control and with a good moral and ethics. Amos Twe is not a guy who even have ministerial ethics. He don't even look like it. All right. And the way he even addressed Molu on the international media can tell you that he's not a man of ethics. But however, to be honest with you, Ambassador Baka would be a successful leader. He would do well. He's not going to 100%, dissipate corruption, but he will be able to manage it and control it to the best way he can. Because I believe that he was chosen and selected from among all these people to be able to deliver. I know that there will be difficulties going ahead. You will struggle with one or two government officials, but there are still room for him to fire people and employ people. There are room to test the waters and all that. But somebody was saying, I heard, they say, I know who, the man employ his son to maritime. I don't know if that is true, but I've not seen that yet.
Well, I think it's a joke.
That is a gossip.
I think it's a joke. He can't do that.
Because people are floating all around with all kind of news all over the place.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Let me take this caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Mr. So, good evening. We're sitting in for you. What's on your mind?
And now you ready to speak it out? You said you and Terry now ready with your tabata tonight again.
Your patron, all your patron, they scared. They can't come on. They're scared.
No. No, they allowing two of you to do your weight. I don't know why. It's too early to cry. Nobody have any face scrub here to come there to wipe your face. Look, I'm glad you're speaking it out. But I mean, we have to discuss it, and it's just the fight, and you know that. And I think they need to do it better. And to be honest, even Jeremy, who is the former presidential press secretary to the Helen Johnson Sirleaf, he sat on the network and was calling for some sort of resurrection of a sitting government. Now he's a minister. Now he's been designated as a minister. Another arrogant guy that I know. Sooner or later, when press even asked, they will start a fight at the NICA building there. So all of these are concerned. We hope there will be a better change, but we'll continue to have these sort of civil conversations. It's not on the basis of people against, but for the on the basis of making sure everyone is held accountable. We had this conversation in the past, and we will continue to have this sort of conversation. So I'm glad you're speaking out. Everybody have a side. They support who they want to support. But what best good is when you support somebody and you see something, you're seeing some rare lines in the early stages, it's good to speak out. So I'm glad that you are not taking that sort of liberal line usually, but bear in mind, I told you, you said it in for me. Every other thing that you're going to be doing there for tonight is me and only me. We now call your patron Terry. I know that so Tabata you're going to be on there, but I'm keeping close eyes. We are watching. Amos George is watching. Marley Jones is watching. So good night.
But the Moja is watching.
To start crying.
The Moja guy is watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
But anyway, Terry, on a very serious note, I think it's better for us to come out and make these points,
right,
than to be reminded of them. I think if we take the lead, it will not be as painful as it will be if the like of Custer start narrating, bringing breaking news. Because remember, there will be people in this government that might not be in the interest of this government. And these are people that will be handing out ugly documents to the like of Custer.
Right.
So I'm on record now as someone who is not fond of these few appointments. And we will do more. We will do more because Liberians are sophisticated nowadays. You can't put a wolf over the eyes of Liberians anymore. And I thought, but then again, it's too early. But I thought Ambassador Barker recognized these things when he started running. Because every time that you have the opportunity to make the speech to the Liberian people, he's been very inclusive. And that, in fact, I even made one as far as making a statement here, the ridiculous statement here on this platform, as to suggest that most likely maybe Ambassador Barker might even reach out to some of Sedition to join in to run the government. But the way things are going, to look at Amos Stewart and say, go over to LPNC, where people can be stealing gasoline all the time.
Yeah, I think
how
that
can
place,
he manage that? How can he, if it's
especially
I hope.
But
I
yeah,
hope
we hope.
Barker and those who are around him will question very quickly.
Like I told you on the network that I believe that Amos Stewart
Can you take your volume up a little bit?
My volume is on the highest. Are you there?
Okay,
You getting me?
Yeah, go ahead. Now I'm better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Amos Stewart will be one of the first guys that will be on the corruption list. I'm very sure about that. Because every time I see the guy, I see something about him that is not right. And I don't really think that position that he's going to be occupying will be the best position for him. But again, he played a major role for the Unity Party. He had been the Secretary General. He has been doing a lot, to be honest. These guys work tirelessly. You know, the papier I was working under, one papier I was working under, they call him Alan Peel. He have a rubber plantation between Salala and Wiala and Torota. And he said something one day. He said, most of the people who can really work, they can always steal. They can always be corrupt. They are the most corrupt people, but they can work. They are they're very good. And those people who are lazy, they are very honest. He said those are the things that he observed through all his employment, because he have over 1,000 people working for him on his rubber plantation and all that. So he was giving us these kind of counsels and telling us some things, and I was shocked, and I began to observe that he's a good, he can work. He mobilize and do all that, but there are certain people, they are just good for certain places, you know. Certain people just good for certain places. Maybe the man is just good for secretary general at the political stage, at the party level, promoting him to certain position because on party sentiment, you know, I think is a problem. But like you said something about
Mr. Jackson, just hold on. Let Terrence land, and I'll come to you.
yeah,
Go ahead,
the public works minister. I think that particular era, like I was saying on the show, that we were looking to that, to see, because he said roll. So I wanted to really see who will be a public works minister. And unfortunately, he bring in somebody with not any experience in road designing and road construction. That I'm very shocked. So now when I heard you talking about it and all learning the character of this guy, that really surprised me, because I'm now going to see that if the 100 days fail and he's not able to deliver, I will know where the problem is going to come. I know where the problem is going to come from, you know. And like you said, Henry Costa is coming back, and that will be a nightmare. And they have already set the stage for the return, and there will be nothing they can do. And if they're not careful, that guy will drive a narrative, because, like you said, Liberia now we're in a technological age. The age Ellen were in, people are not too open to social media and the works of the internet. Right now, the way the denigrated president we are is going to get worse, because every little thing, especially on the foundation that brought him to power, every little thing will be highlighted on social media. Every little thing will be highlighted. Like today, you see the guy, they're asking a question, 300 and some more thousand. How you United Party people say you never have money. How you got the 300 and some more thousand? How you got it? You can't explain.
You couldn't answer that.
So you see, that what I was telling from the beginning here, that the monies that were collected during the campaign, at least you guys were able to come up and tell us something. John Malu said they were going to give us a breakdown. It never happened. Now you were hearing about the inauguration money. Will somebody speak to the public again, telling us and giving us the opportunity to look in the budget, how they feel and how they were not able to meet the targets and the goal, and what would be the consequences? You know, because if we start on this level, we will not succeed. We will not succeed. If we start like this, we're not going to succeed. You know, but I hope and pray, because I am convinced from a divine perspective, again, I'm saying on the network, that Ambassador Boycott will succeed. There are certain things that God brought him to that position for, and he will accomplish it before he leave power. I'm sure of that.
I hope so. I hope so, because I was a little bit, you know, the guy, the Gatings guy, was at the public work along with his buddy, Jody Moore, because him and this guy, Gatings and Jody Moore, they used to be in the president's office managing projects.
Okay.
They were managing projects. They are not engineers, but they are like managers of different projects, which is fine. So they took the guy. He went and became a public work deputy public work minister for rural development. And when he was there, nothing. They couldn't show anything. This Judy Moore, he's not here in America with this foundation, whatever it is he does. Okay, but they couldn't. It was on their watch when they have East International on Banga Broad Street got kicked out. You know, because he said he loved concrete road, and they decide to build concrete road. Go look at Bunga Broad Street right now. It's all white because they're more sand than they have with cement. So the cement wash out and the sand all showing up. It's all white. Go look at it. It's breaking apart. Okay. So, but those are the kinds of stuff that I thought Ambassador Baka would be sensible enough to bring seasoned engineer.
Was he on that Corwell project, that Corwell Road too? Was he part
Most
of it?
likely. Most likely. The Japanese, the highway on that leads from Red Light to go to Freeport, I think he was on that as well.
Okay.
You know, the only good thing they did on that highway, and it's not much because the road itself is solid. It's clay, very solid at the base of it. So when they put it, but look at the sidewalk. The sidewalk, from the floor, from the quarter to the top of the sidewalk, it's about 6 or 8 inches. So when they park your car, you try to get outside, push the door hitting the sidewalk. And that's why you find most of those drivers there will not go close to that. They want to give you room, but at the same time, they don't want you to damage their car door. And many of these go in you right now tomorrow when you go to work, just try to park your car around the sidewalk. It will be small, but the car door will open.
Right.
But if you're fat like me with big stomach, if that car door open, I sit down, it'll be difficult for you to close. So they measure those things. You know, if you get a ruler, do what they call stabbing. Put a ruler to the quarter and see what the top of the sidewalk is, 6 inches. You're never gonna miss that. You're never gonna miss that. Go look at the what they call handicap ramp on the Japanese highway. Japanese. I mean, what handicap person? I have a video here and I will play one day. In Corway, they have a handicap ramp. So this lady was pushing the handicap guy in a wheelchair. So she started running from this side so she would make the hill. And when she couldn't make it, they had to roll back down. Now they come back out to go all the way. And I was videotaping. I videotaped it. Why would you do a handicap knowing fully well that Liberia, just coming from war, a lot of people have hurt. They can't move much. But you can't, those kind of things, they don't think about it. So we'll be in it. But the only thing I can say, my brother, let us always be truthful. Now, what I'm not gonna be willing to do is to have sedition to call here and start preaching and lecturing me. And not only try to lecture me, but they call here and bring about my papa's health. I will tell them that I ain't your business. Go sue me. But when you come here as sedition, you want to discuss Liberia issue, I will help you. We'll be discussing it, you know. But this is just I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here yet.
Yeah. Well, I think we just need to give the process chance to flow and see. Let's see what he got in his mind, because right now he's putting up his best. So if your best will be questionable, then it will determine to inform our decision whether it will make the right decision or not. Even though for me, I'm not worried about the decision I made to support him, because I know it's from a divine place. And I'm hoping and know that God is going to help him to make the right decision to be able to accomplish great. But you got to begin to initiate.
Eric, I'm sorry, I still got Mr. Jackson on it. Mr. Jackson, I'm very sorry. Let Jackson make his comment. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. Go ahead, Jackson.
Okay.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Toll.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you so much, for the education, especially in regards to some of these nominees. I'm not an engineer, but I'm one of those people that I'm so, let me say, love that career, because when I came to America and saw all these infrastructure, the road network, and how some of these buildings and road network were built, I got into it and my son wanted to be an engineer. Unfortunately, he had to pass anyway. But let me be honest to tell you, I don't know, Mr. Tu. I've been listening to you, especially on your broadcast, that have to do with road network especially that have to do construction road in Liberia, it seems that people are not concerned to me. What people are concerned is my body, and we all come together, to do things. Because I went through that same guy, I read his CV, and the question I asked was, I've not seen which engineering college he came from, and
No.
what are some of the, and some of his work that he has done that will cause worker, to appoint him. I don't know. But again, I don't know how people take it to be. Maybe we think, but coming to power, and appointing people is one of the business. But one of the things I have problem with is, trust. I'm losing a little bit trust because what happened is the narrative sometimes that we make for other people, it doesn't go right to me, and I may be wrong. I'm hearing people are complaining about Prince Johnson, about this party. My concern here is if worker ever have any meeting of the mind that not have been verbalized to say, if you do this, I will get this. I want him to honor that agreement.
Oh yeah.
Because it will be
Most likely he
shameful
did.
whenever yeah, it will be shameful whenever it come out there. In as much as it will not have, and it will not win 90% of public support, there are educated people out there that will analyze it. Because Prince Johnson will never go out there to just cause noise without a meeting of the mind. And if you look at it, and the vote that make worker to win were very few votes, and no vote came from Nima. So if you have the meeting of the man, you must be able to live up to it. And that how come people will trust you as a leader? Now, if people cannot trust you, they will start going back again to reflect whether you ever honor your agreement. And it's a shame now that things are coming up bit by bit, and we are taking, to sway it, thinking that because this person, we try to demoralize everybody, that come against worker. No, let us not do that. If worker is erring, we should be able to say, look, you go back to the drawing board. Let it not come out. Rather than to demonize, people, it's not good.
No,
You
I
know,
understand. I agree
somebody
with
talk
you.
about LP, somebody talk about LPRC. I sat down. This Emmanuel, who is he? And you understand? We have fun. I'm sorry to tell you, I don't want to say the diaspora are the best, but I'm one of those who I came from California. I saw road network. I saw what some young Liberians that in the engineering did, and I'm so proud. But you will not believe it. The whole of from early time to present time, they are not being able to appoint any good Liberian engineer to help public works. I'm sorry to tell you, watch your something. And let me take my answer off the air.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. They do have some real good Liberian engineers, seasoned engineers in Liberia working. Um, they do have them. Uh, but do you know, Terry? I'm going to say this now. I've been keeping it to myself for a very long time. So the Liberian Engineer Society in Liberia contacted me, and they wanted a spot on Spoon Network. So I made some contact. Apparently, Spoon doesn't want them to come. Maybe he knew that this giving guy was going to be appointed. So these people, they wrote President Bakai on two separate occasions. And they were supposed to have had a meeting this gone Saturday. I need to check that. And the reason was you're talking the same thing you say here. It's in their comment. And the guy sent me the letter, they wrote him. I'm gonna bring them on now. Now that we know who the public works minister is, I will bring them on. So they wrote the president to say they introduce themselves. They have an act. They have they are duly recognized. They're in the law now, law book of Republic of Liberia. So they're now going to be able to establish building code and everything having to do with engineering. So they're also going to have to license Liberian engineers now because they're in the law book now. So they wanted to introduce themselves to President Bakai. But guess what? The people who got the letter, It didn't reach.
Liberia.
It didn't reach. So now the man's a minister because the man, the Gating, was heading the infrastructure cluster. So they have few other engineers that were working with him, but he was pushing them in areas, in different areas. And most of the engineers that I talked to said, I'm not going to take that ministry. I don't know anything about it. Why would I want to go there? To go embarrass myself? I'm not this person, I'm not that person. What do I need to go over to go embarrass myself? I'm an engineer. Okay. So
Yeah.
they left those people behind because he was able to manipulate. So the Liberian engineers, I will invite them. I will invite them. The Engineering Society of Liberia, I will invite them. And then they will be my guests here. Because this all they wanted to tell the president, and they wrote the president, you cannot put an accounting, because gating is an accounting.
Right.
You cannot put an accounting into a public work ministry that has to do with infrastructure, technical area for instance. What giving gonna give you? He's a smart young man. Don't get me wrong. Even Judy Moore, they're very smart, very intelligent. But that is not your area. Why would you even want to go there?
Yeah, because your
So
area is
they put the other smart guy, Ellen put, what's his name? Samuel Kofi Wood in there. Kofi Wood couldn't make it in there because there's too many specifications, technical specification.
right.
As a lawyer, that's not his area.
No.
It was
But
just
even
taking too much away from him.
even when the journalist, I mean, when the engineer is speaking to you, you get boring because it's not you don't have passion for it. You don't even understand it. You
No.
just say, well, man, y'all go do that thing because there is
Exactly.
no passion.
Exactly.
You see, you one of the things that Liberia is suffering from that makes people not to be patriotic is that you place the man in a position that you know he has passion for it. Like for you, when you're speaking of roads, you are confident, you are excited because that is your passion. So when they put you there, even if you don't like the country, you will do the job because that is your passion. But if you misplace somebody like what we're talking about now, you give somebody who have passion in economics, money making. You take him and put him in road construction. What a passion he's gonna get for road construction. How he's gonna even enforce the work because you have to have passion to enforce the work. And in doing that, sometimes you will see the engineer will be in his entire attire and go on the field himself to make sure that the job is properly done. But if the man don't have passion for the work, he won't get time to go to the place. He just sit down in his office and regulate everything. So any kind of information they bring to him is what he has said. He's not going to make research to say, oh, this is bent, it's not properly done. Like you were talking about the sidewalk. Okay, this sidewalk to have been 6 inches, but unfortunately it's 8. It's not supposed to be this way. He would not even know how to vet other companies that are coming in to do road projects. So as a result, you just be giving money to people that you don't even understand what you're doing. So I think it's a very, very important point you raised. And I think we are sounding the caveat. So the president now, because we can't call him president-elect anymore.
Go ahead. Let me go take the.
Okay, the president now need to pay attention to these things because it's going to be very important, and all of that for Liberia to move forward. Otherwise, we're going to have, the recycling of the same category of people over and over and over. And I don't think that Liberia is ready for that, especially Liberians. Liberians have suffered for too long now, and the expectations are very high, especially when it comes to corruption, when it comes to development. All Liberians are asking for is honesty, is integrity. Just be honest. Liberians are not people that want a lot. Liberians are one of the best group of people in the world. They're quick to forgive and they're quick to let go. Liberians are like that. All Liberians want is to manage well, for you to be honest, for you to be transparent, and for you to be corruption free. That all Liberians want. Once you can do that, Liberians will heal you. All they want. They don't want plenty things. Liberians don't want plenty. You to do all kind of stuff. And look at Ambassador Boyka. all of what is said about him, the people came and they voted him into
Yeah.
power. What do you think they were looking for? Why you think they even voted you? Being an old man, they knew that you were not well. But they said, you know
Yeah,
what?
that's what I was saying yesterday. Yeah,
These
exactly.
people that are over us, they are corrupt. So you know what? We don't want them. We want you. Even if you're sick, there's an elderly guy. He said, even if Boka is in a wheelchair, if Boka is sick, I will still vote for him because I Boka won. Why you think the people did that? So you as a leader supposed to sit down and come to yourself and know that, hey, the very thing these people put me in power for is because of corruption. That is what we ran on. And that's why I listened to Reverend Tapper today when he said that. And I was shocked when he said that, because I was saying to myself, are you really saying that right now? Do you really know what you're saying? Do you really understand yourself? Because look at what just happened with the inauguration alone. And up to now, there is no information whatsoever you guys can get us. Nothing. You can tell or anything. The other thing, the front page Africa highlighted him in corruption scandal. You had the opportunity today to appear on the show and explain in details. They ask you a common question, a simple question. You the Unity Party chairman. You got 300,000 to distribute. How you got the money? You can't answer. You know. So these are things.
Cartel, you got to mute yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
these are things. It's very, you know. So we who defended the government and defended Ambassador Boyka, my advice to him is that he need to take cognizance of the fact that Liberians voted for him for one major reason, because they felt that he was a man of integrity, and that they believe that Liberia can only be delivered by a man of integrity, which means
Right.
a man who is corruption free. So if you need to do this, you need to start addressing corruption from the get-go, from the beginning. And the first thing you were supposed to do that you did not do, that send a red flag, I said it on the platform, was that the money that you guys said you were going to give the breakdown. All right, the money that was generated from the media, from the diaspora Liberians
Right.
during the campaign. You say you were going to give a breakdown, you never give a breakdown. Nothing.
Let me take
Then again, the inaugural. Look at the inauguration. Look at what happened. And up to now, nobody can tell or anything.
Right. Let me take Widow Cartel.
So,
Cartel, go ahead.
I don't know. These are all red flags.
Yeah,
Cartel,
Pastor, how
go
you
ahead.
guys?
Good evening.
How you? I'm good. How you guys doing?
we're
Terry, what's
fine.
up? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
You know,
Keta, what's up, man?
one of you guys getting to the place where don't be afraid. Henry Costa is nothing. This is the early stage. You know, he will come back and say, because you're trying to get him teeth now to bite. Don't be afraid, Pacto. He said it. He said the old man has no fresh idea, and all that he put out there. And you know, this is like Terry said, this is the early stages, you know, of employment. You know, some people will be wrongly placed, some people will put them right. I'm hearing something that I heard, I know they deny Ami Moda. He was not confirmed.
They already have the confirmation hearing. I don't think
No,
they did.
they have not had no
I
confirmation
saw
hearing that.
something
No,
That's
trending
it.
on Facebook. Then they do it right. Okay, because I was like,
No.
wow. Because
no.
people running with that thing, he Lebanese, and it's so unfortunate. I mean, we all from somewhere. I mean,
But the
grew up
man was born in
born
Liberia.
there, he can't talk
The
about
man
it.
father was
Anyway,
Lebanese,
that's
but he's
another
born there.
discussion.
Yeah.
If the man is competent, he's a Liberian, let him work. If the man is not competent for the job, well, it's another thing. But the vetting committee, the last end of the vetting committee is the Senate. So they will go there and they will do the work. My own thing is when President Boakai is making these appointments, you also consider character. One of his appointments that I saw, I don't know whether it's real, is Francis Nimadi. Francis Nimadi from Lofa County. And where the problem will come from. One of the problem will come from. President Nimadi said on Facebook that he was looking for this man to kill. He would kill somebody. He's an old rebel. He would kill. It was the same statement as Oli said, that if anybody come to my property to loot, I will kill them. And Darrell General all fought against him. They deny him of the position president we are appointed him to. I want to see if they're gonna allow Francis Nimali to slide. And then there were the talk will come from all the other appointment, 11% Bwaka, because if you want his government to function properly, you will put the right people in the right places so they can deliver properly. You cannot take a biologist and put him into a financial era. You cannot do that. But again, this is Liberia. The people talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. And it's good that you guys here to sharpen some of the contradiction early before the opposition. We, the opposition, now start doing it. And, you know, I want Liberia to succeed. I want this man to succeed. It's better you got, print it out. You go indoor, you come outdoor, you print it out. Because if he does not change that first 3 months or 6 months, it will be Wahala in Liberia. Because people are going to come out, they're going to be vocal. Seditions, the ANC people, they're going to come out and not going to be good for him. Yeah. Thank you all for the show, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Terry, give us your closing so we can, it's Friday evening.
Yeah. So, all being said, I am still 100% convinced that Ambassador Boyka, you see, every leader that Liberia have ever had have been either selected by God. There have been nobody that have risen to power that God have not selected or elected, or I would let's say selected for reasons either to teach Liberian people a lesson or to be able to do something that will put Liberia on the right trajectory. I think Ambassador Boyka have come to implement something very important for Liberia. If it would be the War Crime Code that Ambassador Boyka will institute, and that is the reason why God bringing him, it will definitely be implemented. If it will be because of rules, to open up the rules and deal with corruption, if that would be the only reason why Ambassador Boyka is going to come, so that he can set the foundation for the next leader to come and run on, that will happen. But I am of 100% convinced that Ambassador Boyka have been selected by God to initiate something very important and strategic for the Liberian people that will change the trajectory of history. In as much as right now we're beating on him because we want him to do well. And one of the weaknesses of Ambassador Boyka is that he's slow. Slow people, the only way they can move, you got to pour fire on them. So we're going to make sure, we who supported this government, going to make sure to highlight all the errors and make sure that he do the right thing. Not because we don't hate him, we support him, and we'll support him to the end. And we are supporting him because we believe that he can do the right thing. So we hope that is what it is. Thank you very much, Mr. So.
Thank you. Let me bring Mr. George in to make his closing for us. Oh, you going again? Mr. George, let's just wait for a few minutes. Maybe you will join us to make a closing. But anyhow, okay.
Or you can call him. Maybe you can just call him.
Let me give him a call. Maybe you make a call. Maybe make the closing on the phone.
So one of the things we're not looking at too is the confirmation. I believe most of the people will not be confirmed. Some of them.
Well, that's possible. That's possible. Yeah. But for him to even make that appointment alone is. Mr. George, are you there? No, not yet. He's not picking up.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're...
He's not picking up. All right.
Yeah.
Terry, thank you very much. We will be here again tomorrow, Monday. I
All
hope
right.
you'll be able to join me as well. So what I'm planning to do, now that we have a public works minister, first of all, we'll reach out to the Liberian Engineering Society president and see if he can bring one or two people with him to be on this platform. We have a discussion. But what I'm going to do is I will go and to see if we can, because I come on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I was hoping if I can use 1 or 2 days of those scheduled time to do specifically for engineering. But my first concern was if I start doing that, people will say, oh, he's looking for a job, which is not the case. But now that we have a public works minister, I will now double my effort.
Right.
Because when do we do these things for people to see? It's because our attitude of not trying to meddle into the people. But look at Ralphie Highway. It's a mess. It's a mess. You know, we know we can do these things, but because we decided to stay quiet, because that's the government, they were elected, but it's a mess. So now you can't bring another guy up here that is not quite on par in terms of his engineering knowledge, and you want people to be quiet. That's not something I'm willing to do. But thank you very much for joining us, and stay tomorrow again. We can do the same. I mean, Monday we can do the same thing. Let me see what Mr. Soul wants. Good evening, Mr. Soul. Where you want now?
Yeah, hold on. Man. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we still on. Where you want? That man see you are talking to like that, my people.
You want later? You see? Now when I behave just how Donald Trump behaved to Comey when he went for yeah, I would be the bad guy.
But go ahead. What's on your mind?
Yeah, talking about the special hearing to your role, right? I want to say publicly. Visual is very important. If you want to do that, it has to be done differently. I don't want you coming on this network, pull hand up, elevate, go this way, and do your elbow left and right. And no. I don't want that. LP, I don't want that. You have enough equipment that I know. You have enough things to illustrate. I mean, on a serious note, that you are capable of doing. Because that way people, they will see with their eye. We can't look at your finger, feeling eating GB, and then you getting there the same way you putting that up about how roll to roll like this and that. No. So please, if that's something you want to do, that's something you done. We did for the last 6 years, and phone call was an answer. But I mean, to illustrate that the visual aspect, with those same materials that you're using to talk about the role, what to do, how to get a care going, but that would make people too who are not even engineers, but they would grab the concept of your message. I don't want you coming here and putting your one elbow up and lift up one hand, the same hand that will lift up or fufu and all those kind of stuff. No. That is, and separate part, then you're not coming. So you and your mentor, you'll have a great time tonight. Tomorrow we're going to have a special edition. I'm going to reach out to Terry. It's important that we discuss this issue. But I think it would be a great idea.
Who giving you permission to run show tomorrow? The board.
You asking me who gave me
yeah, because
okay. You lose your job. You lose your job. You lose your job.
The board does
you
not
lose
approve,
your job tonight.
The board will not approve Saturday program.
Board?
Yeah, the board.
Go work is to go find money for the institution, for the administration to work. I want you to do your own thing. Go find job.
Good night.
Go face total.
All right. Thank you, Mr. So we'll do our best. Again, that's Mr. Alfonso Zionso, the CEO. But Terry, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll be back again Monday, and hopefully some names will come up. And but that was one of the interesting needs. Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Again, folks, Samson told Liberian Radio. We once again have come to an end of this program again tonight. We thank you all, those of you that have been calling, those of you that have been making comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate all comment, criticizing comments, and all that. It's okay. That's what we do here. But thank you very much. Uh, the reason we do this not to show discontent or being disrespectful or what have you, but to be honest. To be honest, this young man that I'm looking at, right in picture that I'm looking at, is a very smart, intelligent person, but he's not an engineer. And the issue with the justice minister, the Destiny, he has some issue with I call it. I will put all of those things together Monday. We'll rehash this conversation. But in the meantime, I want to thank all of you. It's Friday evening. Please, please, whatever you do tonight, don't drink and drive. We all love you. We love you all. You can't drink and drive. It's very dangerous for your life. It's very dangerous for anybody that will be in a car with you. It's very dangerous for somebody who will be walking or even driving on the same road you're driving on. If you're going to a party and you have to drink, please just take your keys and give it to the owner of the house or where the party is going to be. This is what I used to tell people a long time ago, and I think I need to start that again. If you go into a party and you know you're going to drink, take $30 or $40 or even $50 and your keys, give it to the owner of whoever is organizing the party. Say, I'm going to drink tonight. But if I can't make it and you know I'm not able to, don't give my keys. I will say all kind of nyama thing to you. I will cause everybody around you. But don't give me my keys. Please call Uber to take me home. And if you don't think that I'm even able to clear my step, let me sleep on your floor. And you do that. It's better to be shamed than to be killed or to be dead or to kill somebody else. Okay? These things are bad. They're bad. And not only that, even if nothing happened to you, you get pulled over by the police. Here you are, all the way from Liberia, struggling here, working, going to school, married with kids, going to school, 2 jobs, walking in the snow. And then they grab you. They take your license away. You got to pay a fine. And the fine nowadays, it's not a fine, the kind of fine Samson told them used to pay those days. Because those days, they fine like what, maybe $150 or even $75. Now you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. And you have to spend time in jail now. Your license going to be taken away. Those days, police used to escort people like Samson told. Okay, sir, just follow me. And you follow the police all the way to your house. And they tell you, this is not the right thing to do. Don't do that anymore. It's okay. You go in. Not anymore. Police will not let you get away with it anymore. So please, whatever you do, don't drink and drive. It's not safe. It's not safe. You say, well, Mr. Toh, you don't drink anymore. Yeah, I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking a long time ago. That's okay. But we love you. We love you. You know, not only your mom and pa love you, you have cousins, they have your cousin. Everyone is connected. Stay safe out there. Let's continue to pray for one another. Samson Toh, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Good night, folks.